Let's talk about love triangles, shall we?
I love you, I love you, I love, I love, I love Olivia.
I live for you, I long for you, Olivia.
Love triangles. Love to watch them happen. Hate to be a part of them, unless you're playing the leading role, which is then a huge honor. Famous celeb love triangles have been in Hollywood forever. Some famous ones include Jen, Brad, and Angelina, Selena, Justin, Haley, Taylor, Maddie, Gabriette, Paris, Lindsay, Stavros, J-Lo, Ben Affleck, Jennifer Garner, Matt Damon. And if you want to get really liberal with the term, Woody Allen, Mia Farrow, Soon-Yi.
Why you pouring me? I'm right.
I would never make that joke. Sabrina Carpenter, the princess of pop, has found herself in two major high-profile love triangles over the past half a decade. Sabrina's role in these love triangles shifted over time, still remaining the quote-unquote other woman, but becoming the provocateur in her second love triangle. So while I take you through these two separate high-profile love triangles, I'm going to be doing my makeup like Sabrina Carpenter, I think. So when celebrities dole out clues to consume and to intelligently, honestly, compassionately analyze and unpack, then I feel like it's fair game for all of us. I think it's fair game for all of us. It almost feels like it's an invitation to see if we can correctly construct an exact narrative as to what took place based on the clues that were fed, using it as a launching off pad to write our own fanfic. That's kind of what it really is when you boil it all down. At this point in time online, I think celebrities are young and aware enough that there is a difference between what they are doing and people guessing about it online versus what they are doing and then what they are then choosing to show people so that they can then guess. So then there's also this game that takes place where it's like, do I want to feed these people the exact truth, or do I want to feed them the narrative that I believe, or the narrative that I believed while it was taking place? And also, like, do I want to rewrite things a little bit to make myself look better? That's all definitely present in like high profile love triangles, and I can't wait to take us through it. Let me introduce the players of these two Sabrina love triangles that we'll be discussing today. So on this side, on Team Purple, we have Sabrina Carpenter, Olivia Rodrigo, and Joshua Basset. Okay, and on this side, Team Ice Blue. I can literally imagine it if I made the colors for like sports costumes. If it were my team, I would pick the best colors for me. My team would be aquamarine and pearl iridescent. I think it'd be beautiful, and that's not what we're talking about. On this side, we have Team Ice Blue, and in that corner, we have Sabrina Carpenter, Camila Cabello, and Shawn Mendes. Oh wait, I have to fucking do my makeup. Right. So let's get started. Let me tell you about everybody while I put on my Rare Beauty foundation. Team Purple, we have Sabrina Carpenter, who is our starlet of the evening, obviously. She landed a starring role in Disney Channel's Girl Meets World from 2014 to 2017.
Awards are a scam. A girl like me never had a chance. Matthews never had a chance.
She was signed to Disney's Hollywood Records until transitioning to Island Records in 2021, and she became the pop sensation that we all know and love. Sabrina won 2 Grammys this year for her album Short and Sweet. Very deserved. She should have gotten Song of the Year with Espresso. What even was Song of the Year? Like Die With a Smile? I heard that song for the first time in totality today at the gym, and it was not a song for the gym. Second player on Team Purple, we've got Olivia Rodrigo. You know her. Of course you do. She got her start on Disney. She starred in the TV show Bizaardvark with Jake Paul, who, by the way, still follows her on Instagram. I checked today. You must be so proud. Can you literally imagine? Like, the idea of Jake Paul being like an older brother figure to anyone in the world, let alone potentially Olivia Rodrigo. She started following 0 people on Instagram like around Sour era, so it was like all the way back then. But when that happened, she still followed Jake Paul, and I thought that was cute. Concealer. Okay, then Olivia got famous to me when she starred on Disney Plus's High School Musical, the series. She starred on it with the other player on this team, Joshua Basset. Let me tell you a little bit about High School Musical, the series, and why it matters to me. It came out in November 2019. I watched it with my friends in college right before COVID hit. Let me tell you about why I think that it's a brilliant concept. High School Musical, the series is a faux docu-series, kind of like The Office is how it's filmed, and it takes place in the real world. And in that world, world, the world that High School Musical, the musical, the series takes place, Olivia and her friends, including Joshua Basset, just so happen to go to the high school where the movie High School Musical was filmed. And then there's a new drama teacher who comes to their school, and she says to them, I cannot believe you all go to the school where High School Musical was shot and you've never done High School Musical as a drama department. And so then she puts on High School Musical at the school where High School Musical was filmed, and they do High School Musical, the series. You know? I should make High School Musical, the series, the TikTok. Honestly, I'm a bit of an apologist, and you'll see why, and we'll get to it. And I don't want to dwell on it too much right now, because you're probably like, Olivia, what's going on? First of all, I admire Olivia and Sabrina so much. Like, I will say, maybe I do Joshua Basset. I have so much respect for him as to how he conducted himself throughout all of this, and we'll get to it, and that's all I'm going to talk about. Yeah, all you need to know is that he dated Olivia and Sabrina, and he was on High School Musical, the series, and he was very talented. Oh, also, I'll put every product I used in the description. Also, while I'm here, make sure to like and subscribe. Also, thank you so much for all of the support on my last video. It literally means the world. It's so exciting to see that like what I want to do is what maybe you guys want to see, and I can't wait. I'm really excited. I'm excited to dig up some other drama stories and just do my makeup and like talk to you and tell you the stuff that I know. Yay. Okay, let me take you through Team Purple's entire timeline. After High School Musical, the series premiered November 2019 and the press tour happened, many were speculating that Olivia Rodrigo and Joshua Basset, the leads of the show, Nene and Ricky are their characters' names. Many speculated that they were dating. People didn't really care. I mean, maybe people cared. I didn't really care. Because I really liked the show and there was no drama. No drama afoot, so I was like, whatever. They would post themselves singing like newly curated love songs to their respective IGs, and then they would comment on each other's posts and just be like, I love this song. Then COVID hit, which affected us all. And COVID is why I think we know all of this stuff that I'm about to tell you. I think that a lot of people had a lot of free time, and I think a lot of people had a lot of time to care about things that they wouldn't necessarily care about if they weren't holed up in their homes, if they weren't having to create outside narratives because they weren't living them. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so people were speculating that Olivia and Joshua were together. But then, June 2020, Joshua was spotted with Sabrina Carpenter at Sweet Butter Kitchen. Oh my God, a boy just texted me. He asked what I'm doing. I'm gonna have to tell him a lie. I'm gonna have to tell him a lie. Okay, but then Joshua was spotted out with Sabrina Carpenter at Sweet Butter Kitchen, a cafe I used to go to when I was in high school. Slay. And then they were spotted together at a Black Lives Matter protest, also slay. But like, this left people speculating as to what happened between Olivia and Joshua. Now there was drama. Now I was paying attention. I thought Olivia Rodrigo was dating him. I thought that they starred in season 1 of High School Musical, the series together, and they fell in love and they had that duet just for a moment. And then Olivia had that song, All I Want, and it was fantastic. And I thought they loved each other. But no, he was at Sweet Butter Kitchen with Sabrina, and also he was at the Black Lives Matter protest with Sabrina, which is a slay, and also it could have just not been romantic. But here's the thing, is it was. I would go with my boyfriend to the Black Lives Matter protest. And then July 2020, 1 month later, Olivia posts a snippet of what we all know now as Driver's License, the song that obviously catapulted Olivia into the forefront of mainstream fame. And we all remember that lyric that left everybody aware that she was speaking about Sabrina Carpenter. You're probably with that blonde girl. That always made me doubt. But guess what? In July 2020, in Olivia's rendition of Driver's License as she posted to her IG, that Driver's License contained the lyrics, and you're probably with that brunette girl. And the rhythm to syllable ratio is completely off. It's a mess. I mean, the breakup was obvious. It was obviously too fresh for her to post to IG, you're probably with that blonde girl, when he's literally definitely still with that blonde girl. He's definitely with that blonde girl. We actually got confirmation. They were at Sweet Butter Kitchen and Black Lives Matter. Then Driver's License, Olivia's first debut single outside of Disney, was released January 8th, 2021. The song Driver's License broke so many records, including Spotify's single day stream record. And then it also broke broke its own record for the most streams in a single day for a non-holiday song on Spotify multiple times. Spotify's first week stream record, she broke that record. Awesome. Olivia was 17 when she released Driver's License. Okay, so after the drop of Driver's License, automatically, everybody clocked, you're probably with that blonde girl. Obviously. So the lyrics, that blonde girl, and the lyrics, she's so much older than me, linked the song, obviously, back to Sabrina Carpenter and Olivia's most recent ex, Joshua Basset. Olivia said in an interview with People that after they wrote the song Just for a Moment for Disney Channel's High School Musical, the musical series, they went out to In-N-Out to celebrate, and he taught her to drive in the In-N-Out parking lot, and that's the first time she ever drove. Another clue as to it being about Joshua Basset is that in the bridge she says white cars and Joshua drives a white car, but that might be a stretch, but also it's a song about him, so no, it's not. The release of Driver's License resulted in mass scrutiny for both Sabrina and Joshua, but as we know, public response to women is different. It's a different type of mob mentality when we're going after women, and that's just the truth. The insults are different. The ferocity is different. Not to discredit Joshua's suffering, which he suffered, and we'll get to it. Also, Sabrina literally, her crime was dating a guy who was single, and Olivia literally confirms that in her album Sour on the track Traitor. She says, you didn't cheat, but you're still a traitor. So literally all Sabrina did was date a guy who's probably gay anyway, but we're not talking about, really. Why'd I get hateful for a second? I wasn't hateful, I was just being honest. And I need you to know that I support gay rights and also Black Lives Matter. 2 weeks after the release of Driver's License, Sabrina responded, I say this regretfully, as I think Sabrina responded too quickly while things were still raw. Sabrina responded to this intense scrutiny 2 weeks later with her single Skin. Big mistake, in my opinion. Huge mistake, in my opinion. With lyrics like, you can try to get under my skin. Well, he's on mine. Yeah, all on my skin. I wish you knew that even you can't get under my skin if I don't let you in. And she ends the song with, don't drive yourself insane. Don't driver's license yourself insane. Didn't know at the time, and didn't until the response song Sabrina should have dropped, Because I Liked a Boy, was that she and Joshua had already broken up by the time Driver's License was released. So all of the public scrutiny that she was receiving, it all was on top of like the existing pain of a heartbreak, which is devastating. I can't even imagine that happening to me. But then I would get super famous, and then I would drop the album Short and Sweet, and I would win 2 Grammys. Joshua Basset promoted both of their songs on their respective days of release, Driver's License and Skin. On the day that Driver's License dropped, he posted to his IG story, Driver's License is out now. Such a great song. Congrats at Olivia Rodrigo. And then on the day that Skin released, he said, congratulations at Sabrina Carpenter on Skin, the new label and all that's to come, which sounds like a newly ex-boyfriend, right? Telling you like, congrats to everything that's about to happen to you after I never see you again. January 14th, sandwiched in between the release of Driver's License and Skin, Joshua released his own single titled Lie, Lie, Lie. But hold on, I swear it's not what it looks like. I literally swear to God, it's not what it looks like. Right after Driver's License dropped, people were hating him online, and then he came out, he was like, I'm releasing the song Lie, Lie, Lie. Obviously, people were like, oh, you're a horrible person and we all hate you. But something that a lot of people didn't catch on to was that Joshua made it very, very clear in real time that this song was already scheduled to release, and he had written it more than a year prior. He posted an Instagram story. Let me read it to you. It read, I wrote Lie, Lie, Lie after I found out a friend had been lying about me behind my back for a long time. It always sucks to hear that someone you thought you could trust would throw you under the bus when it benefits them. It happens to all of us, and I think all you can do is seek out people that build you up rather than tear you down. Which, like, okay, he's doing damage control potentially, but nail in the coffin, let me tell you something. He posted a snippet of himself singing this song years prior to his Instagram, presumably while he and Olivia were still together, because at the time she commented, I love this song. He really did not mean to do this, I swear. And then the same day that Joshua Basset released Lie, 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 he was in the hospital for septic shock and heart failure. Joshua Basset revealed a year later that he was hospitalized with septic shock and heart failure after the release of Olivia Rodrigo's song, Driver's License. He said that the stress from the song's release and the online scrutiny he faced contributed to his condition. People at the time were not having it which I just feel is a huge shame because he's a person too. But he posted to his Instagram a photo of him in a hospital bed in a hospital gown with monitors on his heart. He's holding up a peace sign, he's like letting everybody know, I mean absolutely no harm. He says, "Welp, not the first place I assumed I'd be on my lie release day, the ER. Before you ask, no, it's not COVID. We're in a different time in history." After an unknown, uncomfortable feeling turned into times 10 the worst pain of my life, I figured I'd just try to sleep. After multiple very, very ugly days and nights, I had no choice but to be taken to the hospital. I'd like to say thank you for all the support on the song. I've been doing what I can today to stay involved. I had my first surgery tonight, and I'm gonna rest in the hospital, and the doctors will see what they can do in the morning. Much love to all, Joshie. P.S. The doctors here are the sweetest, most professional people in the world. They've made me feel very safe. P.P.S. According to the doctor, I now have the medal for the sickest patient in the hospital. How cool. So at the time, people were not nice about this. They were actually like super mean, saying like I'm not going to say that he deserves it, but they were saying that. They were saying things like, this should have happened to you. You deserve, right at the right time. God works in like mysterious ways. They said that he had flop disease. I can't do all that. Whatever. Let me get back to the script. People were unfazed by these photos. They did not sympathize. They should have sympathized. He was in the middle of a breakdown, and he was also filming season 2 of High School Musical, the series. A lot of people had a lot to say about his PPS, according to the doctor. I now am the sickest patient in the hospital. And they were like, yeah, right. He just wants attention. He wants attention right now. He's feeling the heat from driver's license, and people didn't like his single so much. So now he's resorting to being in the hospital. Stop. He literally clarified 8 million thousand times that he meant no harm. He's holding up a peace sign in this photo, and I think he's talking to you. Poor Joshie can't catch a break because March 2021, he was asked in an interview to pick between
his driver's license or skin.
Man, you're coming at it.
But Joshua Basset, being the amazing person that he is, answered
driver's license.
Pleasantly surprised to see that. Sour, Olivia's debut album, released May 2021 with almost every song being about Joshua Basset. Songs like Traitor, Driver's License, One Step Forward, Three Steps Back, Deja Vu, Good For You, Enough For You, Happier, and Favorite Crime. That's a lot. And they were pretty good. It was a pretty good debut album. A lot of the songs sounded the same, but she was 17. Things get quiet for a little while, and then in May 2022, a photo from the Met Gala surfaces online of Sebastian Stan, Kim Kardashian, Kris Jenner, and who is that to the right? Is that Sabrina Carpenter talking with Olivia Rodrigo? Are they talking to each other? Are they just bumping into one another? Are they fighting? Probably not. But we never found out because that's all we got. We got Sabrina's back of her head, gold dress, Kris Jenner looking crazy, and Olivia leaned in like she's very attentive, listening to what they're saying. Probably saying something about Joshua Basset. Sabrina then releases her album, Emails I Can't Send, July 15th, 2022, which is chock full of songs about Joshua Basset, and the song Because I Liked a Boy at track number 5. This should have been her only response to Driver's License. Though I understand time playing a role and retrospection playing a role and maturing playing a role. However, I think that if she had done, if we had gone sans skin and heavy on the Because I Liked a Boy, things probably would have like shifted in her favor earlier than they did. Because they ended up, everybody loves Sabrina Carpenter. Everybody loves everybody in these stories. That's the big thing about these stories. I'm gonna need us to show love for everyone involved. Everyone's a person. Let's talk about Because I Liked a Boy. It's an incredible, brilliant song once you get past the cringe of the first verse, which is, in her defense, meant to showcase the innocence of her relationship with Joshua Basset by like referencing very specific things like Thin Mints and Black Eyed Peas and trampolines, which the specificity of that and like just like the things that she picked, I guess, to me it's a little bit cringe, but whatever, get past the first verse, you fucking bitch. Then Sabrina gets into the main concept of the song. This wholesome romance that she detailed in the first verse resulted in her being labeled a homewrecker, a slut, and her getting death threats, a rebound, getting round, stealing from the young. She says, "Tell me who I am, guess I don't have a choice." Oh,
because I liked a boy.
Which is literally true. The bridge of the song is when she reveals when everything went down, we'd already broken up, with the vocals layered and she's shouting into an echo. It's just brilliant. I was only trying to hold you close while your heart was failing, which is a double entendre reference to Joshua Basset's septic shock and heart failure, and also his lack of empathy, which is because he's totally okay today. He's totally fine. Just 13 days after Emails I Can't Send is released, on July 28th, 2022, the day before my birthday, Olivia Rodrigo and Joshua Basset posed together for the first time on the red carpet of High School Musical, the series, season 2, which obviously it was their first appearance together since their high-profile breakup, but also they were forced to be there on the same day at the same time. Therefore, if that was ever going to take place, it happened there, and it wasn't necessarily by choice. It was by choice due to circumstance. And then not too long later, Joshua found religion and experimented with ayahuasca journeys. It sounds like Starrr had, I don't know, an ego death and like met Jesus, I guess. Side note, actually, about Joshua Basset, before he discovered Jesus, he posted a now taken down Instagram post where he expressed his constant confusion with his sexuality and more or less came out as bi. And at the end of the caption had an array of rainbow heart emojis. Sabrina Carpenter actually commented on that post, a white heart, which I don't think she meant anything by, but it is super funny that it's like the only color that's not in the pride flag. So in November 2023, Sabrina begins opening for Taylor Swift on the Eras Tour. Olivia and Taylor is its own video in itself. Just know that probably stung. In December 2023, Sabrina Carpenter this is so fucking funny. This is so funny. This could happen to any of us. It really could have happened to any of us. In December 2023, Sabrina accidentally linked an Olivia Rodrigo interview to her Instagram story when she was promoting her song from her Christmas album, Santa Doesn't Know You Like I Do. So Sabrina's story was a clip of her music video. She embedded the link into her story, and when you clicked it, it took you to Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon link.
You're a great follow, by the way, if you like the social media.
Sabrina Carpenter obviously watched it.
But I noticed that you don't follow anyone back. Really, though, what any reason why?
No, I try to follow 0 people because it helps me be off of my phone.
Olivia is explaining and detailing how she accidentally followed her ex, Joshua Basset, on Instagram for like 5 minutes.
Where I was stalking my ex, as one does, sue me, sorry. And I accidentally followed him because I was stalking him. And I was just following one person, so it was super obvious that I was following him. And
she then got a call from her friend who was like, Olivia, oh my God, you're following just him. Like, did you mean to do that? And she's like, oh my God, no.
Unfollow him. I went and I grabbed my phone. I'm like, oh shoot, oh my God. And I went to open the Instagram app, and the second that I opened the app, my phone died.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm like, unfollow him. I went and I grabbed my phone. I'm like, oh shoot, oh my God. And I went to open the Instagram app, and the second that I opened the app, my phone died.
Oh my gosh.
And she obviously wanted to show her friends, so she copied it and she sent it to the group chat, and then it made its way out of the group chat and onto her Instagram story. It was a huge mistake, and she deleted it and then never talked about it again. Okay, another song that was on Sabrina's Christmas album is titled Cindy Lou Who. And at the time, people were speculating that the song was about Camila Cabello, but we'll get to that. All right, but before we put a cap on Sabrina, Olivia, Joshua, let me give you their happy ending, please. Sabrina and Olivia ran in the same circles for like years, which made people assume, since they were never spotted together, that they didn't fuck with each other. Like Gracie Abrams, they're both really good friends with, Chappell Roan, Jenna Ortega. And then at the Grammys 2025, they are hugging and talking to each other, and they fuck with each other. Thank God. All right, now let's get into Team Blue and their timeline. The players on Team Ice Blue are as follows. Sabrina Carpenter, you already know. Camila Cabello, She was in the famous girl group Fifth Harmony, which was constructed on the reality competition TV show, The X Factor US. There's a famous clip of after Camila left the band of a mannequin of her flying away. All right, Camila was the first member to leave the group. She has the most successful solo career. She began dating Shawn Mendes summer 2019, and after 2.5 years, they ended their relationship November 2021. They had a brief rekindling in 2023, but we'll get to it. Shawn Mendes. Imagine. Totally different life he would lead. Shawn Mendes got his start on Vine. He was a Vine singer. I saw Shawn Mendes open for Austin Mahoney summer 2014. I fell in love with him and then I kind of stopped caring. I never really was a big Shawn Mendes head. Let me tell you something about that Austin Mahoney concert. Guess who else I saw perform in that? Fifth Harmony. Fifth Harmony opened for Shawn Mendes and then Shawn Mendes opened for Austin Mahoney. It was a big night. Can I please tell you a story before we continue about Fifth Harmony? The only time I have ever called someone to their face a cunt. I was in 10th grade and I was at the Jingle Ball and I was very close to the front and I saw Fifth Harmony perform and they took off their jackets and Camila Cabello threw her jacket into the crowd. I picked it up. I was gonna get to keep Camila Cabello's metallic gold, like rose gold bomber jacket. And guess what? A little fucking old man, ugly, grabbed it from me, snatched it, and gave it to his obvious sugar baby who was about like 19 years old. I looked at them both and I called them both cunts. I was in 10th grade and I deserved that bomber jacket. Camila and Shawn began dating summer 2019. If you remember Señorita, the song they did together, they had a very spicy music video, obviously, and they were spotted making out. The public reacted poorly to their intense makeout sessions and cringy videos trolling the internet. Just like, nobody needed that. We didn't need that. You definitely didn't need that. They had, as a couple, their famous COVID walks that they would go on, the slowest walks of all time.
And on Thursday, they were spotted on a little lover stroll.
They're going about -3 miles per hour down the street wearing the ugliest outfits you've ever seen, which is kind of chic if you really think about it. There was also that one time their dogs got off the leash. That was a disaster. And then they had just like through the years some cringe Insta posts, which is like not a crime. Camila and Shawn then broke up publicly November 2021. They released a joint Insta statement that said, "Hey guys, we decided to end our romantic relationship, but our love for one another as humans is stronger than ever. We started our relationship as best friends and continue to be best friends. We so appreciate your support from the beginning and moving forward." Sweet, cool, cute. Moving on. Both Shawn and Camila spoke very highly of each other. Shawn specifically has a lot of songs that have lyrics that are like, "I love my ex and I will never love another girl the way I love my ex," which I'm sure is very heartening for every girl he starts to date. Speaking of, fast forward a few years, it's now February 2023, and Dumois posts a blind item. It reads, "Spotted Shawn Mendes and Sabrina Carpenter clearly on a date at Horses. Anon, please." Thursday night, Dumois asks for more details, and then the tipster says, "Sabrina was in a little brown mini skirt on a horse." She could, if anybody could. But that's so funny. Was she side saddling? That's so cool. Sabrina had posted a cute picture of herself with the horses, but there was no confirmation that Shawn was in attendance. But it was low-key confirmed because just a few days later, Shawn and Sabrina were photographed together going for a walk, which was their first public spotting. At the time, people were scared that Shawn was dating his 51-year-old chiropractor, so his fans were like super relieved to see these photos with Sabrina. Though those rumors continue to persist of him and his 51-year-old chiropractor being romantically linked.
Our source says it has never been romantic between them.
On this walk, Sabrina was wearing Shawn's clothes in Sabrina's song Taste, which obviously we'll get to. You're wondering why half his clothes went missing, my body's where they're at. There's no other reason for her to be wearing an ugly black sweatshirt and ugly black sweatpants. I think I'm gonna do like Sabrina's espresso look where she's like super white sparkles. And then at the end of February that same month, Camila liked a fairly low profile IG video it had 600 likes at the time, of Sabrina doing a BBC interview. So we were like, is she shady, or is she trying to support her? What's going on here? Or is she stalking her maybe? Or maybe none of it even mattered in the first place. Shawn and Sabrina both attended a Miley Cyrus album listening party on March 10th, 2023, and they both attempted to exit like separately. He holds the door for her. She puts her head down and like walks, and they both walk in opposite directions, but then they end up getting in the same cars. Both of them attended the Vanity Fair Oscars after party on March 12th, but they did not walk the carpet together. However, during an interview with Amelia of Chicken Shop fame, Sabrina is seen looking at Shawn Mendes twice while he's behind them. And they're also spotted in a paparazzi video talking to one another. And Sabrina pops out from behind Shawn, which they were just talking to each other, but they were together. Shawn was sporting Sabrina's birthstone on the carpet, which he had been wearing since January. Many fans were quick to point out, but I did some digging and he literally had been wearing that for years. Like, there are photos of him with Camila wearing that. So everybody put that to rest. You're all wrong, and I'm right. March 13th, 2023, a source confirms that Shawn and Sabrina are in fact dating, telling Entertainment Tonight. Shawn and Sabrina are seeing each other. They were at a birthday party together a couple of weeks ago, and they were cute together.
Shawn is happy.
And guess who else saw them at that birthday party together at the time? Brooke Schofield.
No, yeah, I saw them together at a friend's birthday party recently, and they seemed pretty together to me.
You guys remember Brooke Schofield? Hi, Brooke Schofield. March 17th, 2023, Shawn breaks his silence on the Sabrina rumors because there are so many people being like, oh my God, he's wearing her birthstone. Oh my God, they left the Miley Cyrus album listening party together. Oh my God, they were at that birthday party and the source told Entertainment Tonight that they were seeing each other. And then he tells RTL Boulevard, we are not dating, when they ask. Which, knowing how Sabrina felt about Shawn now, because of how she detailed their relationship in Short and Sweet, oh my God, that must have hurt her so bad. Coachella 2023, everything comes crashing down. On the first weekend of Coachella in Indio, California, Cabello and Mendes are spotted and they are making out. They are making out so much. They're clearly so drunk. They're making out the entire night and the entire internet explodes. They're like, Camila and Shawn are back together. Camila and Shawn are back together. What about Sabrina and Shawn? I thought Sabrina and Shawn were dating. I know, right? So did I. So did Sabrina. A song that comes out the next summer, August 2024, called Coincidence, is obviously addressing this event. The lyrics are as follows. And without her even being here, she's back in your life. And now you're in the same damn city on the same damn night. Indio, California, Palm Springs. Last week, you didn't have any doubts. This week, you're holding space for her tongue in your mouth. Trying to turn the past into the present tense. Huh? The bridge, what a surprise. Your phone died. Your car drove itself from LA to her thighs. Palm Springs looks nice, but who's by your side? Damn it, she looks kind of like the girl you outgrew. At least that's what you said. Oh, that's kind of... A source told Page Six Shawn and Camila remain friends with a lot of love and history between them, but they aren't dating again. They've stayed in touch since their breakup and decided to meet up at Coachella since they were both going. The kiss was a one-off, and a one-time thing led to another as the night progressed. A week later, an Australian journalist shared a video of Camila and Shawn walking and holding hands in Los Angeles, and she posted it to her Instagram story with the caption, "They are confirmed back together," which shows that she's a poor journalist because then a source told Entertainment Tonight that they weren't quite reconciled yet. Shawn and Camila aren't officially back together, the source says, but they are enjoying each other's company and seeing where things go. They are having fun. On Tuesday, May 23rd, and then again 2 days later, Shawn and Camila are seen walking through New York City, holding hands and going on casual dates. They also went to the Eras tour together, which is very romantic. Sabrina was not opening for Taylor at the time. And then shortly after, in June 2023, Camila and Shawn's rekindled romance ends. A source told Entertainment Tonight Shawn and Camila broke up and they're no longer seeing each other. They gave things a try, but ultimately the timing isn't right for either of them. People additionally then reported that Camila was dating other people, which is a serve, that she had her friends report that she was dating other people. This coincides with lyrics of Coincidence, the final lyrics being, "Oh wow, you just broke up again, what a coincidence." Now, now, can we go back to that song I referenced, Cindy Lou Who, from Sabrina's Christmas album that came out December 2023. We are there in the timeline now. The song Cindy Lou Who that people assumed was about Camila Cabello was definitely about Camila Cabello, because the lyrics are, maybe he met you somewhere in the desert while he was soul searching. He found someone better. Guess you make him happy like I couldn't do, Cindy Lou Who. Like, what a weird way to incorporate that narrative onto a Christmas album, to be like, Cindy Lou Who went to Coachella and hooked up with Shawn Mendes and took him from me. Why would Cindy Lou Who do that? I don't think Cindy Lou Who had any business being in Indio, California. Who was found in Indio, California? Okay, so early 2024, Camila debuts her new look for her new era, CXOXO, and she is sporting platinum blonde hair with suspiciously familiar chunky curtain bangs. And blue contact lenses, no less, which is very interesting. Can I tell you something? On Emails I Can't Send Deluxe, which is called Emails I Can't Send Forward, which came out almost a year after the original album, Emails I Can't Send, it included a song called Opposite, which has the lyrics, if you wanted brown eyes, I could have gotten contacts. Many pointed out on Camila's Instagram that it looked like she was either mocking or attempting to replicate Sabrina's iconic look. She was posing in dresses and environments that very, very closely mirrored Sabrina's visuals to specifically the Espresso music video. She was like wearing this white dress that looked exactly like the Frankie's Bikinis white dress that Sabrina was wearing in the Espresso visuals. And also she posed on a boat, just like Sabrina, in like a black dress with a white trim at the top, which looked just like it. So people very understandably were pointing out that she literally was trying to look like Sabrina Carpenter. But maybe that's the artistry of the whole thing. We'll get to it. At the time of all of this comparison between the two ladies, Camila was gearing up for her CXOXO era, and Sabrina was also suiting up for her short and sweet era, debuting songs like Espresso and Please Please Please, which made people think that her new album would be love songs about her new relationship with Barry Keoghan of Saltburn. When Sabrina posted a photo dump soft launching her relationship with Barry Keoghan, guess who liked her Instagram post for the first time since April 2023? Shawn Mendes liked her soft launch post with Barry Keoghan. He hadn't been in her Instagram since they broke up, since he got back with Camila. It's him being like, oh, okay, so it's not a time for her to be able to like want me right now, so I'm able to. All right, and then Camila comes out with CXOXO, June 28th, 2024. It makes little noise. Besides, I love it. I really liked I Love It, I Love It, I Love It. I love it, I love it, I love it. Every other song I don't even think I've heard. So who's to say if they're bad even? Like, not me. Let me know in the comments below. What do you think? What do you think about CXOXO? August 23rd, 2024, Sabrina releases Short and Sweet, chock full of references to Shawn and Camila, most famously the first track titled Taste. Some lyrics from Taste are, well, I heard you're back together, and if that's true, you'll just have to taste me when he's kissing you. Another lyric is, he pins you down on the carpet, makes paintings with his tongue. Many joked that there's no way this could have been about Shawn Mendes, but wait, yes it is, because then she goes, la 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 la. And a lot of people noted that sounds very similar to the meme of Shawn Mendes of when he voiced the animated Lyle the crocodile in 2022. La 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 la. Sabrina fueled rumors with the music video for Taste starring Jenna Ortega, who many pointed out looks very similar to Camila and was styled very similarly to Camila in like a gothic, long brunette hair. The promo photo that was released a day before the music video came out was of Sabrina with her back turned to the camera with another woman, and it showed her blonde hair, and she's standing next to a brunette woman who many were like, oh my god, that's supposed to resemble Camila Cabello, and everyone was trying to guess who's going to star in the music video. And I thought it would have been super cool if it was Olivia Rodrigo, but it wasn't. It was Jenna Ortega, who will take. She was amazing. Right after Sabrina's album came out, Camila begins to receive the Sabrina treatment, the treatment Sabrina received during the Olivia Rodrigo love triangle, being scrutinized online for being the quote-unquote other women. It didn't feel like as much of a blow as it did when Olivia was like, oh my god, Sabrina and Josh, because because there were no stakes. Nobody really cared about their relationship in the first place because nobody knew about it. I also think it was to a lesser extent, since COVID was over, people have stuff to do, and like that doesn't take away from how much she was harassed. She was certainly harassed a lot. I just think that it was a little bit different, but maybe it wasn't, and maybe Camila would have a problem with me saying that. 2 days after Short and Sweet is released, Camila fights back on TikTok, lip-syncing to her song June Gloom from her album CXOXO, which many had already speculated was about Sabrina and Shawn. Some lyrics from that song, the ones that she is lip-syncing, are, "She's cool, I heard, won't act surprised, I saw pictures. If she's so amazing, why are you on this side of town? If you like her so much, what are you trying to find out? Ooh, does she get this wet for you, baby? Talk to you in poems and songs, huh, baby?" She is so crazy. I cannot believe that. Since she posted this directly following up to Sabrina's release, literally 2 days later, many took this as a direct response, me included. I think she intended for that. And in a now deleted Instagram post that she had posted April 2023, Camila posted a snippet of that song, June Gloom, but it had different lyrics. And the lyrics at the time were, "Are you coming to Coachella? If you don't, it's whatever." And then a week and a half later, she hooked up with Shawn at Coachella and they changed the lyrics. I love that Sabrina loves blush. August 29th, 1 week after Short and Sweet is released, Camila Cabello is in a Capitol Records interview and she's videoed singing Espresso by Sabrina Carpenter, which at the height of all the drama, people either saw as her mocking her or her saying that she didn't care about the drama.
"I'm working late, 'cause I'm a singer."
Maybe she was just having fun also. It's a good song. And Camila teased CXOXO Deluxe at the end of August, showcasing herself entering an ocean and emerging out with her classic brunette hair, marking the end of an era. She captioned the Instagram post, "I wish you well, but far away from me, 9-6. Then, September 11th, 2024, the VMAs. This was my 9/11. I can't say that. This was Shawn Mendes' 9/11. The VMAs, all three of them performed. Camila walked the red carpet, sporting a look that many compared to Jenna Ortega's outfit in the Taste music video during the funeral scenes. She was wearing pretty much gothic funeral chic, a long black dress, beaded black veil, and her famous long dark brown hair. She posted an Instagram photo with carousel of her look, and she captioned it, "I had a funeral for all the BS, past, present, and future. Godspeed, CCXOXOXO," which I think is cool. I love when people play into the narrative. I think that her showing up dressed up in character was awesome and benefited everybody.
Benefits everybody. Hurts nobody.
I think that everybody was aware of the fact that this was actually like pretty good press for all three of them, because Shawn also posted a photo of himself before the event and he captioned it, "Pulling up to my own funeral wearing all black." Sabrina's performance killed. She looked so hot on the carpet wearing like a Marilyn Monroe-esque dress. The crowd was so loud, and I love that Shawn was watching her shine like that. I'll bet you she felt amazing. Camila's performance opened with a video of herself with blonde hair singing June Gloom, but a brunette Camila who is standing on stage pauses the video, which is displayed on a laptop, and later in the performance throws the laptop on the floor into a dramatic representation of her being over all of the drama. This performance felt like she was saying goodbye to both Sabrina and Shawn, which honestly I think is very cool, and I think the public saw that too and they thought it was really cool. So everybody was happy, except for Shawn probably, because I don't even know how his performance went, and I don't even think you really care how his performance went, so I didn't even look into it. Love you, Shawn. During Camila's performance of Señorita at a 2024 iHeartRadio Music Festival later that month, Camila deliberately skipped singing the word taste in the lyric, "But friends don't know the way you," and then she raises her finger to her lips as if to say hush to Sabrina. After the dust was settled and her wounds had calloused over after her first public love triangle with Olivia Rodrigo, Joshua Basset, Sabrina's persona grew majorly, and I think that she took that with her and it helped inform how she conducted herself in the love triangle, including Shawn Mendes and Camila Cabello. Sabrina was able to see the good in a messy, low-stakes public feud. Me too. Yay, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for allowing me to indulge you in these two love triangles that I was fully aware of, and now you are too. Let me put on a little highlighter and then we're done. Please like this video and comment. Thank you so much for being here with me. Literally love you so much. Thank you so much for being here with me. I'll see you in the next one. I hope you liked this one. Comment if you have any ideas. Comment if you've ever been in a love triangle. Let me know down in the comments. I hope that you've been having a beautiful week. I can't wait for my public love triangle. Put in the comments who you think it's gonna be. She puts up a lost dog poster of Lindsay Lohan outside of her Beverly Hills home. And it's a photo of Lindsay's mugshot. And it says, age 3 in dog years, weight anorexic, eyes dilated, coat spotted / freckled, coke terrier, bitch